Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome Vivek, welcome Gulabi, welcome Srividya, welcome Chetana. Good. We'll just wait for another few minutes and then we'll start. Hi, Manisha. Hello, Venkatesh. It'll be great to have some videos on. Hello, Ravinder.
Hello, Rina.
Hi. Hi, Chetana. Super. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. New moon. Last time I had my phone, I broke off my phone when I was just going to start the meditation. Today, it's an uneventful start, so that's great. And any anybody wants to share anything, say anything, any insights for the new moon? I feel it's I always think that we have all these amazing opportunities in our culture, like Mahashivratri, and we have Buddha Purnima, and we have all great saints and sages seem to have been born on either Purnima or there's something that's happening in Amavasya. So these it makes me think that we generally as a culture are so much in sync with nature and in sync with whatever cosmos is presenting to us, that we take that opportunity to go deep and take that opportunity for our sadhana. So like we have Diwali when it's complete darkness and we bring in the light. All the trees, like I was thinking, in Pune we have so many small Dattatreya temples, because we have the ficus tree, that is the tree that represents Dattatreya. So we have, as a culture, we have so much that is in sync with nature. um, we worship the cows and we worship all the animals, and people do so much for all the animals. All the saints or all the gods, they have their vehicles as animals, right? So there's um, there's so much to just learn from our own culture. It may be a very small thing, but it is uh, it is very inspiring. And so we use the new moon as an opportunity to take a dip and be in satsang and reflect and meditate. Um, if like you have a busy day and you could decide, yeah, I want to meditate, the new moon presents the opportunity to meditate. So I think our in general we have so much. Um, we don't have birthdays and Valentine days, and we don't have all those days, but I feel like it's so amazing that we have these days where our culture tells us, okay, fast on this day, or meditate on this day, or worship Vishnu on this day, worship Ram on this day. So it's such a deep culture in general, and I would never think like that if I didn't have my own sadhana. It didn't. It was so fascinating to have a rose day in college, but at that time it wasn't a big fascination to have like Datta Jayanti. So now I feel exactly the opposite, and I feel like, okay, all these days are opportunities that we've taken in from the West, and we've forgotten our own deep, pure culture. And I love that I get a chance to talk to people and allow them to think about our culture in this way. I don't know why I brought this up. It just flowed. I didn't plan to talk about this, but somehow I felt like I'm so grateful being here and being in this culture and born as an Indian, because I know so many people in the West wish that they were born in India and had this. There's an ingrained knowing in us about spirituality that is very genetic, and that is very established in our beings, that we don't really think that people in the West don't have it. So, welcome everybody, and like I said last time, um, we will read the 24 gurus of each guru. That's why they had Dattatreya had 24 gurus, all inspired from nature, and we will read each for new moon and full moon. Last time we started, it was the first one. We started with the moon guru, and today I thought we will start with the sun guru, since we read moon and it's new moon, so it feels that we also remember light in that way. Let me find the page. Yeah. So the eighth, last time we read the seventh guru, and today we'll read the eighth guru. Hello, welcome, new people. Samsung SM, whoever that is, if you could rename, that would be great. Welcome, Pooja, Dr. Jayashri, and Rajiv Gulati ji. If any of you feel comfortable to switch on your videos, that would be great, so I don't feel like I'm talking to the boxes. Super, great. Okay, so I will read Dattatreya's seventh guru, the sun. I saw my seventh guru in the form of the sun and the teachings that I got from him. For 8 months, it remains drinking water out of its beams and absorbs that. Then for 4 months, it remains showering the rain in the rainy season. So basically, here he's talking about how during scorching heat, the water is absorbed and clouds are formed. And then slowly, the next 4 months, that water is given back through pouring. And the sun is involved in this. For 8 months, it remains drinking water out of its beams and absorbs that. And then 4 months, it remains showering the rain in the rainy season. It never becomes miserly in dropping the rain, and it never thinks. It never thinks that I possess the rain and I worked hard for it, so much that I had absorbed it and into myself. 8 months of work are wasted, and now I'm dropping it for fool's sake or for people's sake. Why should I drop the rain? It doesn't think like that. The sun never minds. He is not that miser. He remains uninvolved all the time. It's a nice reflection to think that many of us, and especially in today's day and age, we've been taught to hoard everything. We've been taught to keep everything to ourselves, to gather everything, and to think that, okay, I will be full when I have gained something and I keep it to myself. Like, I have my house, I have my car, I have my money, and there is always a little bit of like, I want to keep this to myself. And giving something away feels as if, oh, I have done so much to gain this. How can I just give it away? But the sun teaches us that it is not affected by this. It is not miser in giving. In the same way, a sadhu, a self-realized one, should know it, that whatever anybody gives to him, he just takes it as the sun has taken the water and absorbs it. The sadhu says, very good. He receives it, and when somebody comes and asks for that, He never minds, he just gives it away. Just like the rain falls and the sun drops the rain, in the same way, he says, fine, you take it. He never became a miser to possess anything. And there is a commentary by my guru, commentary by Swami Sham. He says, this is called unmiserliness. It is not that you don't give. Sometimes you don't want to give because you need something. Dattatreya is describing the qualities of that self-realized one whose mind becomes like this. If anything is burned, it is burned. If it goes away, it goes away. And for the sake of use for the body, he remains watchful. The sun remains watchful of the water that it absorbs. It keeps absorbing and absorbing, possessing. It is very vigilant, but when the time comes, it gives up the water. Dattatreya continued, the second quality of the sun is that wherever you see the sun, whether in this pot or that pot, in that jug or in that river or in that ocean, sun appears to be many different suns. But if you make research and find out the reality, sun is only one. In the same way, the self, that is the Atma or the essence, is in every pot. It is in you, it is in me, it is in all these people I can see right now and not see. So, in the same way, the self is in every pot, appearing to be different. But if you dig deep and realize and meditate on it, the self is everywhere, just the same, in the form of knowledge. Another quality of the sun is that it neither becomes attached with some house, nor with some tree, nor with some man, nor with some woman. It is not especially detached to anything. It remains ever the same. So it is neither too attached to something, neither too detached from something. It remains the same. You can observe that the sun shines the light equally on all objects. It does not discriminate that I will shine the light only on the person I love, or only on this person because he or she is nice, or on this object because it is more useful than something else. The sun shines the light equally and it does not discriminate. And in the same way, the sun is neither choosing or is neither saying, this is mine, that is mine. So it's so beautiful that just by looking at the sun, Dattatreya could absorb this knowledge, could reflect on this knowledge and make it his own. So another commentary by Swamiji, he says this particular, the quality that he neither becomes attached nor is detached, this is called nirmal or nirlep. That is called the detached state. That is called nirmut or unattached state. That is called uninvolved state. Not that the thing is not in his hand, such as people say, I'm attached with an apple when apple is in my hand. When he says, apple is not in my hand, then I will be detached. So Swami is clarifying here. He's saying, it doesn't mean that when I have something, I'm attached to it. And if I want to be detached, I have to give it away. But he's saying, so he throws the apple in the river and says, I'm detached. No, he's saying, no, I'm not talking about it. It is in the mind, as the sun is ever the same one, shining on you, shining on me, shining on the tree, shining on the river or a mountain. Sun is ever sun. It never changes. So the focus is on the unchanging being, unchanging aspect of the being, which is neither involved nor uninvolved. It is neither attached nor detached. In the same way, the inside of the self or Atma within the man remains forever just the same, shining on the mind, shining on the intellect, shining on the ego, shining on the body, shining on the world. It forever remains just the same. That is the meaning of nirlep or uninvolved state. Last paragraph. Whenever the sunlight falls, it becomes that. Yet, if you have the knowledge, if you understand what it is, then you will find only one sun. In the same way, the self, the ultimate reality, pure consciousness, is one everywhere, just the same, although it may appear many, many. As the sun has no attachment with anybody, no hatred with anybody, in the same way, the self or Atma has no attachment, no hatred, yet it remains involved and yet it remains uninvolved with everything. So Dattatreya says, Sadhu, be like this. And I got these teachings from the sun. And since I learned this or know this, I became like the sun ever since then. So that is from the Sun Guru. I would invite all of you to take a dip in meditation now. We will meditate for another, say, half an hour. It will be a mix of guided and silent meditation, and then we'll have a chance to talk or interact. So we can all close our eyes. Bring yourself in a comfortable position. You can roll your shoulders, make your back comfortable. If it's easily possible, you can sit straight so that your chest is open, your stomach is open. You don't need to stiffen your body. If it's easily possible, you can cross your legs and take a pillow below where you sit so that even your pelvis is open. And notice that as soon as you close your eyes, your breath starts to settle. Your mind starts to settle. Your prana starts to settle. Notice the breathing in, allowing space to enter into this vessel, the body. And as you breathe out, this vessel, the space, is emptied. And notice that, like the pot, when the pot did not exist, it was just space. There was no body, no my body, no my mind. And the pot, when it came into existence, felt like there was a space inside and there was space outside. But with the help of your prana, with the help of your breath, you can easily know that the space inside and outside is not different. It's just a thin covering. Through meditation, through satsang, through reading scriptures, We give ourselves a chance to dissolve that covering and become one, so that there is neither outside nor inside. There is no sense of separation from the world. Just by closing your eyes, you dissolve the idea that I exist in relation to something else. When the mind comes, allow the mind to come, like the birds chirping in the sky or kids playing in the garden. You remain unbothered by the coming and passing of thoughts. Only when you start to think of the thought as my thought, then it will bring in rag and dvesh, attachment and aversion. Like the sun, like the light of the sun, if you remain involved and yet completely uninvolved, this thought will dissolve without creating any impression on you, because you are not separate. You are that one space, that one vast vessel in which everything is allowed, and yet you don't become any of it. You remain forever free, pure. With the light of knowledge, with this power of Gyan, you can step back as that witness self, completely one with your source. In that timeless foreverness. Timeless literally means that there is no past, there is no future. Even the present moment, if you think of the present moment in relation to being no past, no future, then it's still time. But when you close your eyes, there is no time. You are fully in the moment because you're free from time, free from past, free from future. free from existing in time and space, and yet forever present. Like the light of the sun, remains forever present, creating, absorbing, releasing, never possessing, free from involvement and uninvolvement. You remain pure, free, forever. Allow the silence to suffuse you, to bring you to that state of kumbhak, to that state of unmoving pran, like the deep stillness that exists at the bottom of the ocean. Allow the waves to come and go. Let there be ebb and flow. But on the day of the new moon, still waters run deep and allow that depth, allow that silence to suffuse you, to dissolve you, free you, till there is no you, just pure presence. In meditation, what we are doing is we are remembering who we really are. We are as if unconditioning our mind, which has been taught to say, this is me, this is mine, this is I am this. And we are freeing ourselves the moment we close our eyes from that sense of me, my, I, and also using the inspiration of nature, like the Tatre said, to remain free from that sense of possessiveness, from that sense of me, my, I. And in meditation, we allow that to absorb and become our direct experience. Because as we close our eyes, we no longer remain this I, this person with this degree, with this status, with this location, with this culture. There is no need for any of those identifications the moment you close your eyes. At the same time, meditation is not an escape. It is, in fact, a very clear state of alertness. An alert observation is happening. An alert experience is coming. A direct experience is coming when you make a choice to step back from constant identification with the mind, with the senses, with the ego, with the intellect, and become instead that witness self, which is free from all the influences, free from all the impressions of the mind, of the senses, of the ego, of the intellect. And sometimes it may be a very difficult choice. You might have had a difficult day, you might have had a very difficult week. And yet, when you bring that effort, that is in that moment, that wisdom that speaks through you and allows you to still yourself and make a conscious choice of stepping back from this identification and remain free. Remember and identify as that free being. Take your own time. Remembering that we all have our difficult times, we all have our tough times, we all have situations that are unfavorable or favorable, and we all have a choice to remain involved or uninvolved or free. And yet, sometimes it may be extremely difficult to make any choice. And then I remember this sentence from my guru, and he says, "Nothing wrong is happening. Divinity is unfolding. Nothing wrong is happening. Divinity is unfolding." And in that, there may be times when it may be difficult to meditate, and it may be even difficult to focus on your breath. Then we use a mantra. And sometimes the mantra helps you to just calm down and bring yourself in the present moment. Amaram ham madhuram ham. Amaram ham madhuram ham. Amaram ham madhuram ham. Remember, I am immortal. I am blissful. I am immortal. I am blissful. I am immortal. I am blissful. And whenever you're ready, you can rub your palms, bring them over your eyes and face. And in your own time, you can open your eyes and welcome back. Beautiful space. Fantastic. Great. If anybody would like to say something or ask anything, feel free.
Yeah, Reena, thank you so much for this space. Like, it just felt like I had closed my eyes and I opened, and it was really lovely.
Thank
I
you.
have I've never meditated on a full moon. Actually, while the moon is there, like mornings are there, but yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you for joining. Yes. Feel free to unmute and say anything. Varsha, you have your video on. Maybe you want to say something.
Yes, after a long time, I was able to meditate for this long.
Great.
It was so beautiful. The instructions were very, very relatable. It was so amazing. I'm very happy I attended it. Thank you so much for this experience.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm doing this every new moon and full moon, so feel free to join. And I have dates written here. So the next one will be on 3rd of March. It's on the full moon. Super. Great. Just feel free to unmute anybody. And otherwise, we can say bye-bye. I'm reading the comments here. Thank you, Reena, for the excellent meditation and reading. Yes. I will try and post the recording if it's easily possible, maybe in this week sometime. Great. I'm also doing another session. It's also a free session on 8th of March with a sadhana friend of mine, Vijay. He's from Denmark, and we've been doing hiking retreats together, meditation and hiking retreats in Himachal Pradesh. So if you want to join, you can join on 8th of March also. It's a free session. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. But yeah, otherwise 3rd of March, definitely. Yes. Looks like we are done. Super. Thank you for joining and see you all next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.